friends! Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. This morning we are going to be playing Clash of Code, which is a fun little game where we can solve coding problems together. Oh, hello friends and welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Oh, hello friends and welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. We're gonna grow our coding skills one day at a time. We're not afraid to make mistakes or fall out of line. We're gonna break things down, build them back up. We're gonna learn lots of things. It's gonna be really fun. Oh, hello friends and welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Oh, hello friends and welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to the show. I woke up not too long ago, so that was fun to get that out of my system. Hello, everyone. So if you're new to Clash of Code, you can go to codinggame.com to check it out. They have other games you can play as well, and this is my break timer. We're just getting started, but let's take a quick morning stretch. Let's go dance outside. Yeah, and Clash of Code is really cool. We will be competing. So in a game that I can create, 11 other people can join, and we will attempt to solve a problem. And there are various modes. There is who can solve the problem the fastest. There are who can solve the problem with the shortest number of bytes, so the smallest code. And there are other problems where you're given the output and you have to guess what code to write to produce that output. So it's going to be fun. Alka says, I'm going to jump out of bed to play. I thought so. Alka is usually asleep at this time. So welcome, everyone. And this is going to be a fairly hangout chill stream. Not really a tutorial. We're just coding. We're going to have a good time. And if you do want to participate, go ahead and sign up on codinggame.com. You can log in with GitHub, and you'll be able to join whenever we start things up. And hello, Mohammed. Welcome. Hello, Win320 Day. Design Course Gary is here. Hello, Design Course Gary. Welcome to the show. Thanks for the follow, Lagro Desplo Quavo. Welcome. Hello, Dalex. Hello, Logro. Hello, Gatoli. Hello, King Victor. Hello, Amadou. Hello, Himanshu. Hello, Nika. Hello, Stefan. Hello, Spitty. Hello, VJ. Hello, Pulsar from Russia. Welcome, welcome. Gnarly says, you don't want me on your team. Hello, Salty. Greetings, Asier from Spain. Hello, Matt Cartney. Math Cartney? That's a pretty good one, if it's Math Cartney. Hello, Kurt. What's up, Florin? Hello, Depot Palm. I've been pronouncing it wrong. Depot Palm, welcome. Hello, Full Flex. What's up, Dan? Hello, Wachapaprong. Wachapaprong. Hello, Azerbaijan. Hello, B1046. Hello, Cybertech. Hello, Jorge. Welcome to the show, everyone. Happy Monday. It is Monday. I got a decent amount of sleep. I've drank a little bit of caffeine. And I'm ready. Ready to start the week. Ready to go. What's up, Kobe? Yeah, cool. So you can join in on this. Yep. And the LEDs and the Connect 4 game are working, so feel free to play that. Oh, nice. Thank you, Serge. Okay. Well, welcome, Logro. Welcome to the show. And good morning, Alka. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Darshan. Hello, Luis. Right on time. Welcome, Francisco. Coxoff says, just want to say thanks for all the great content. I'm 1 year into coding, and I've gotten lots of inspiration and help from your channel. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hello, Ear. What's up, Dana Chu? Hello, Mitzik. Hello, Shivam. Everything's good here. Finally, you're here, Jorge. Welcome. This should have been on TV. I could start a public access show. I mean, this is basically a public access show. That's what this is. It's just me in my basement and you all watching me from your computers. Yeah. Hello, Brandon Myers. What's up? And welcome. You missed the uke. You can rewind. When I pick up the banjo, I should get a banjo. Banjos are cool. 3 times in a row. I guess I have streamed 3 days in a row, haven't I? Yeah. Coding challenges. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So once you're logged in, I'm going to create a link. So I will create a private clash, share that link, and then the first 11 people to click the link get to join. So we're going to get started very soon. Very soon. We're going to wait for a few more people to trickle in, and then we'll get started. You don't want me on your team. What's up, Jan? Hello, Manaj. Hello, FPV Coder. Hello, Zachariah. Good morning, Julian. Hello, Hadhemi from Tunisia. Welcome. Hello, If Says. You were getting out of bed and I just finished work. Yeah, that's how the world works. You're probably on the opposite side of the world of me. So yeah. I got it right. Depopom. Awesome. And hello, Hilla from Kenya. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, this is going to be fun. It's unfortunate that only 11 people can join. It's 12 total, like, including me. But we'll try to do several of them. And if you do get to participate in the next round, you should try to let someone else participate. But I can't stop you from being the first one to join. Hi there. Home office is still kind of alien, so let's hear and peep you coding while I overheat some database servers. There you go, Gakko. Are those database servers in your home, or are they on some remote place? Interesting. Hello, Bayan from Spain. Woke up? I'm awake. Yeah. Hello, Joe. Hello, Aram. Hello, Dat Sparrow. It's been a while. Welcome back. Yerba mate. You should drop some to wake up to. You're right. I'll get that going really quick. Where was that? Pixel? What did I don't even remember what I called that folder. Rain yerba mates. That makes sense. There we go. Let's get it going on the overlay. Wait. My IP address is 105. Okay. Think? There we go. There's some nice yerba mates for the morning. Wait, did we get a member? I don't know if we did. Also, I should enable the drop game. It's about to be crazy. Look at that. Look at all those shots. Welcome, everyone. Got an idea of my 3 favorite VS Code extensions. Got to do a presentation in class over today, and I would like to share some good ones. Yeah, why not? So if you take a look at my VS Code settings repo, if you type !VS Code, you'll get a link to these settings. But I list all of my extensions in here. Auto close tag is really cool. Basically, you create an opening HTML tag, and the moment you close it, it automatically creates the closing tag. I don't know why that's not the default, but this plugin does that. That one's really cool. Auto rename tag is also cool. These are like HTML-based things, but for this one, if you start to change the name of the tag at the beginning, it also changes the one at the end at the same time. That one's pretty cool. And there's some other ones, probably path IntelliSense. I don't know why this isn't built in either, but if you're ever like bringing in a file, this will automatically look at your folder structure and autocomplete things to put into that. I don't know. Those aren't my 3 favorite, but those are 3 good ones. So check those out. Hello, Track. Oh, path IntelliSense is built in now? That's good. This is a great idea. I will do it. Yeah, go for it, Florin. It's super fun. We're going to get going. We'll start in 2 minutes. We're going to keep saying hello to people. But when we get started, you'll see it's pretty cool. You just post a link and everybody can join, and everyone can do it in a different language if they want to. So that's usually the fun part that I like, is learning about the different pieces and how things work in languages like Lua and Python and C# and C++ and stuff like that. So yeah. And hello, Ben Aaron Dahmer. Welcome. Service. Oi! Hey. I am not. I'm here. And oh, a banjo emote. Nice. It's 7:30 p.m. in India. So I guess this is a good time in India to stream. Hello, Furkan. Hello, Chris from Germany. Good morning, J Manfield. This is weird. From learning from what is a callback and arrow functions and seeing you do stuff a few years advanced in knowledge. Yeah, it's like if you're new to programming, not all of the stuff that I do is really meant for beginners, but you can get a glance at what the future may hold. And it's also good to just be immersed in learning about these things. Oh, Alka's been drawing all morning. Very cool. Are you using like a digital drawing, like Illustrator or what? Let's say some more hellos. Hello, Lejo. Hello, Junior. Hello, Mashiko. We're going to code in a couple of minutes. We'll get started. And hello, Abraham from Russia. Hello, Philippe. Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Kevin. Good morning, React Ninja. Hello, Gene. What's up, Sakib? Yeah, we're going to code. Hello, Nessie. Hello, 19 Monkeys. Ooh, using your pen tablet. Nice. Alka is a man of many talents, many skills. Some code I'm working on my local machine, but it doesn't work on the server. This is a very general question, and I would say first, look at your server log. So it depends on where you're deployed, but you should be able to look at the logs of what's going wrong on your server, and that'll help you out. If it's an API, you might enable stack traces in your errors, but it's really hard to figure it out from just that one question. The clashes will last, each one lasts 15 minutes, but we can probably move on sooner than that. But yeah. We should do a community project where I am the project manager and we are the developers. I started something like that, but it lost steam, and I really need to revamp it. So yeah, sometime this year we'll revamp that. Remote, okay, cool. Glocko's got all the DB servers keeping his house warm, or their house warm. Good morning, Opti. It's been a while. Welcome. Hello, Jake. Hello, Mirko. Yerba mate and avocados. Yeah. Infi, you've missed nothing. We're just saying hello. And I think it's time. Let's see. We're going to do a quick scroll past the chat, see if there's anything else I should read. So to join the game, I'm going to create a link, and the first 11 people to click the link will be able to join in on the game. Why don't I have a yerba mate emote for members? You know what? You're right. I'm gonna add that. Well, no, the thing is, if I add it to YouTube, I still have to update my my chat server to render the yerba mate emote. You know what? The title of this stream says Hangout. That means we're hanging out. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that right now. Let me get the URL to that yerba mate thing. But yeah, we're getting custom emotes. It's hosted on Imager right now. I just need to download it. Look at that. All right, give me 1 second. I have to go into the super secret channel dashboard. Monetization, memberships, edit my emojis. Oh, I have 2 emoji slots open. I should take advantage of them. All right, we're gonna add another one. Yerba. Oh, it's so tiny. I think I need to crop it. Wonder what will happen if I crop it. Oh, I need to add the Big Mac too, don't I? All right, let's crop this thing. Not that, this. Because, like, it's a square, but I really only want this part of the image. I'm gonna do that. There's probably better ways to crop, but this is how I'm gonna do it. Hello, Mattia. Welcome. Let's see. Earbus. Will it show? Oh, now it's. It needs to be a square, because otherwise it turns it into a square. Okay. Well, it's gonna be tiny. That's okay. Save and publish. Cool. So that's there. And then now, if I refresh the chat, that is a very thick yerba. It's not going to work in the overlay. I have to add it. We'll add the code really quick. But yeah, there's that yerba mate. Nice. All right, we can add it to the back end really quick. Oh, I could put two yerba cans side by side. That's a good idea. You know, all these streams always just evolve in us to us doing random things that most people probably don't care about. That's okay though. Like we need to go in here. What is my name? My name is CJ. Welcome. Welcome everyone. Imagine you is using BSD in 2020. This is what we need. So we have this JSON object of all possible YouTube emotes. So now we need cdg yerba. I think that's what it is. Let's just double check. Oh, capital Y yerba. Huh. Cool. And now my full name is, just call me CJ. Look at the jumps. That always happens when I restart the server. Okay, the yerba mate thing should work in the overlay now. Nice. Oh, what's that extra dot for? Man. Because I didn't put a dot right there. Well. But I really like someone's idea of putting multiple yerbas next to each other. We're not going to do that. This is fine. We wasted enough time. That's it for that. Let's play some Clash of Code. Colon, yeah, not a semicolon. Nice, yerba mate. And so mods can use the emotes as well. All right, Clash of Code is superior to. Is that the abbreviation for it? I don't know what you're saying about that, but yeah. So I linked in the description and in the show notes that you can go to this URL. You'll have to sign up, and then I'm about to create a private link. And this private link will take you into the game. And now the first 11 people to join will get to clash against me. Oh no. I took too. I'll do for the next round. I'll share it on YouTube first because there is a slightly longer delay on YouTube. So, good morning, Andrew. Hello, Max. No, please don't guess my name. No, please don't. I will say you will probably never. Okay, and so everyone has joined. Ooh, Florin made it in, and Kobe. Welcome, everyone. Let's do it. Fastest mode. All right, so you have to solve this problem the fastest. Doesn't matter how good or bad your code is. The first one to solve it basically gets the most points. Given two angles of a triangle, calculate the third angle. So input is a single line containing the two angles separated by a space. This is Spanish. They didn't train. And then the output is the angle. Okay, how do I calculate the angle? The three angles of a triangle need to add up to something? It looks Spanish to me. They all add up to 180? 180, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the formula. But so basically, they all add up to 180, so we just need to log what is left over after you subtract A and B from 180. Actually, I'm just going to submit. That's it. Everybody else got it. It's been too long since I did geometry. Okay, and everyone else that has submitted, make sure that you click share my code, and we can take a look and see how you did it. That was a super easy one. Hopefully we'll get a little more difficult one. Yeah, I don't remember my geometry at all. Hello, Ken. Un Schwelling. Oh, that makes in French or Schwelling. In French, you just like don't say the second half of a word. I don't know. A squared plus B squared equals C. That's a right triangle. I know that. That's only for right triangles. And A and B and C are the lengths of the sides. Hello, Elu. And thanks for the follow, One Bomby. Pog. The next round will be very soon. We're going to look at everyone's submissions, and then we'll move on. It's going to be I'll generate a new URL for the next round. Alka says, my code is the most unique. All right, let's look at everyone's. So, Garlord did it with Python. And it's very similar to JavaScript. 180 minus A minus B. This is a little bit different. This is a list comprehension to get the input that is provided to the program. I think that's a list comprehension, right? I know things, some things. How is my CSS? It's okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, a 6. All right, let's see what Terrazoid did. Very similar, yeah. In shout out to Terrazoid, if this is the same Terrazoid, but Terrazoid is the one that added collision detection to the drop game. So if everyone plays the drop game right now, you'll see it happen. Whenever the drops hit each other, Terrazoid wrote that code. Let's see what Kobe did. Same thing, but no, well, they're missing a space right there, but it still works. That's cool. Brandon also did it with JavaScript. Nice. All right, let's see what Alka did. Oh, 180 minus a plus b. Nice. This is Alka from the coding train. Yep. And let's see what Florin did. Same thing, 180 minus a plus b. Did anybody do anything that was... Okay, so this person, Rex, did it in Java. Very similar. Okay, this is a good warm-up. It's very simple math. Did anyone do anything interesting that I should point out? Let me know and we'll look at your code. Yeah, it was fast. So you always want to look at that first dialogue that pops up because it's going to tell you, is it the fastest mode or is it the shortest mode? If it's the fastest mode, you gotta go. Like, look at me. Somebody even told me the answer and I'm in 7th place. So yeah. Oh, sample code for A and just embedded B in the statement. Yeah, that's the interesting thing is they often will provide the code that reads in the input. And so this is a bit different from sites like Code Wars, which basically tell you to write a function that they're going to pass the input into. In this, you're reading the input from the console, basically. And they provide these functions that do that, like readline. And then you can use those values in your program. Java looks longer. It is, yeah. So with Java, you have a lot more setup. So you have to import all of your libraries that you need to use. Java is an object-oriented programming language, so you have to create a class, and you need like a static main method that can run. It's definitely a lot more verbose than JavaScript. All right, let's do another one. And thanks for the project. Thanks for the follow, Project Wolf. Have I tried Algo Expert? I don't think I have. All right, we're going to do a new private clash. And if you participated last time, wait 10 seconds before clicking the join button so you can give someone else a chance to join. We're going to do this for like another hour and a half at least. Another hour. We're going to be doing this for another hour. So you'll definitely have a chance to participate. Oh, no worries. Yeah, each clash is only one game, and that's for the private clashes. You can join public clashes, and then it will, like, I'm pretty sure it will auto join you, and auto move on to the next one. But this one you have to generate a new link every time. Okay, this is reverse mode. This is really tricky. So what they'll do is they're going to provide you a set of outputs and inputs, and you have to write the code that would produce those outputs given the inputs. So, interesting. Okay, so the output is 0 and the input is 0. The output is 44 and the input is 4. Or no, sorry, the input. Input is 179. The output is 9. Okay, I know what it is. Do you know what it is? Well, actually, I don't even need to toString it. I can't actually just do readline, and then we don't need to toString it. So basically what we need to do is we need to return the last digit of the number. And in JavaScript, it's really easy to just convert it to a string. Oh no, I broke it. Convert it to a string, and then just return the last value of that string. Or not even that, just return it to a string and get the value at in.length -1. Like that. There we go. And again, everyone, last time we played this, I was not this far down in the list. Cool, but make sure you click share your code. But that one was tricky. So the input on the right, and we saw the output on the input on the left. We saw the output on the right. Basically, you needed to return the last digit of anything that was given as an input. Yeah, last digit. Mod 10. Oh yeah, I hope somebody did mod 10 because that would have done it for sure. Last digit. All right, let's see how, I think this is Infi. Let's see how they did it. Interesting. So they're using the string constructor to send it back to a string, and then they're grabbing the length of it, and subtracting 1. What I showed, though, is if you don't parse it as an int on the first line, you don't need to cast it to a string or convert it to a string, because it'll just have those methods built in. That's pretty cool. And you may not have known that you can do this using the string constructor. Like, a lot of times you'll see people doing like toString. Yep. Mod 10 would return the remainder of the division by 10, which is the last digit for sure. But you can do like 42 toString. Well, you gotta wrap it in parentheses. And that creates a string version of 42. But if you use the string constructor and pass in the number 42, it gives you back the string 42. So those are two different ways to do it. You could also do empty string plus the number 42, and that's going to give you back the string 42. There are a lot of ways to convert to a string in JavaScript. Oh yeah, Alka's mentioning, so instead of wrapping it in parentheses, you can do 42 ... toString, and all this is doing is creating like 42.0 toString, so the JavaScript parser understands what you're doing there. All right, let's see what did. They used Python, and yeah, so everyone is leaving that line that parses it as an int and then just turning it back into a string, and that's super interesting that in Python, when you're doing bracket notation to access a character in a string, you can use negative numbers, very similar to the slice method in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, if we have like the string 42 and we say .slice, if you pass in -1, that returns a copy of the string with the last indice for so from the end, -1. But if you do -2, that'll give you the last 2 indices. And if this was a much longer number, you get the last 2 indices. So it's super interesting that in Python, that's just built into like string character access. Very cool. All right, let's see what Domenico did, Python as well. In mod 10. Yeah, that's the easiest. This is definitely the easiest way to do it. And if they provided really, really big numbers, this may not have worked. No, never mind. Forget I said that. But yes, modulo 10. So modulo 10 takes the remainder of the division. So if I say 42 divided by 10, the remainder of that division is 2. And that's the last digit. So 42 divided by 10 is 4.2. The remainder is 2 because that's 2 over 10, 2/10. But if I do 42 mod 10, I just get back the remainder, which is 2. And that is the last digit in the number. Cool. Yeah, Domenico used mod as well. All right, let's see what Fafik did in JavaScript. Mod 10, very good. Biano says, I think -1 works in arrays in Pythons because they're circular. Ooh, interesting. All right, and then what I did was I removed parsing it as an integer because it just remains a string when you read it in from the console, and then just accessed the last indice in the string. All right, let's see what Ibram did in JavaScript. Same thing as I did. Very good. What about Campag in... No, sorry. Douche did it in C++. And hello, Douche. Welcome back. We did in mod 10. So in C++, cin and cout are ways of reading in input and putting output to the console. Or to the terminal. Matthew Merks, what do you got? Mod 10. I should have did mod 10. That's the most obvious thing. Katoli, if you click share your code, we can take a look. All right, and Win320day did it in C++. Ooh, toString.back. So I'm guessing back is built into the standard library for strings, which returns the last value in a string. That's super interesting. ToString and ToString. Win320day, do you know which of these that you're bringing in? Where do these functions come from? Are they in the standard namespace? Oh, nice, Brandon. That's good to hear. You installed a break timer. It's a vector method. Okay, so it's coming from the vector library. Or the string namespace? I don't know. We're getting conflicting answers there. String back returns a reference to the last character of the string. Very cool. All right, let's see what Katoli did. Mod 10. Very good. And last one, Levi did turn it into a string and then do character at. Yeah, so that's another way to do it. So the way I did it was with just bracket notation. Like that. But you can also do char at and then pass in the indice you want. For this case, it's 1, but you could pass in the length of the string minus 1, and that'll also give you the last character. Very cool. All right, let's do another one. It's from the vector lib with the namespace std. Hashtag. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. You can only send one message every 60 seconds. So, yeah, I have to wait a minute for any response to any questions that I ask. I mean, these are the times we live in. I apologize, Spin32 0 day. All right, here goes another one. We'll share it on YouTube first because they're a little slow. They're a little behind us all. You're right, 60 seconds is slow. Let's change it to 20. I think that took effect. Let's take a quick break. Oh, here we go. We're going. Change it on YouTube too? I can't. I'm in a so again, this one's reverse mode. So we are given this and we return that. I believe it's a timestamp and you need to return the total number of seconds. So if we say the hours and, no, this is going to be minutes and seconds. And that's going to be equal to the duration split on a colon. And we need to return the number of seconds plus the minutes times 60. Now, I don't know if they're providing some inputs that have hours too, but let's see. And I need to convert the seconds to a number before I do that because it was doing string concatenation. So we'll do that. Cool. So they never passed in hours. Am I first? Bending results. Yes. 52 seconds. Garlord got it in 55 seconds. And thanks for the follow, Ray. And that's a cool emote, Dana. Interesting. Sebastian says, thank you for this. Have to go to eat. It's dinner time in Norway. Well, have a wonderful dinner, Sebastian. Thanks for hanging out with us. Took. Oh, okay. I'll change it on YouTube now. Oh, look at that. Is that an SVG animation or just an image? Oh, the int conversion got, yeah. So I'll show in a second. I did it really fast if you missed it, but I'll show how we do that or how you can do that in JavaScript. There are multiple ways to do it in JavaScript. And good morning, Destin. Welcome. It's been a while. And thanks for the follow, 21943 second. And hello, Linus. Welcome. I tried to do something, my brain lagged. All right, but okay, so I wanted to be the first one to turn it in, but let's break my code down. So basically, they give you some sort of duration. Like 0, 0. So like 0 minutes, 0 seconds. And they want you to convert that duration string into the total number of seconds. So if I say like 1 minute, 30 seconds, this is actually 90 total seconds. So what I need to do is I need to take this section, turn that into seconds, and then add it to that section. So basically what I did was I took the string, split it on a colon, which gives me the two values separately, 01 and 30. And now I need to take this value, multiply it times 60, and add it to this value. Now, one thing that I did was destructuring because this returns an array. So you can destructure it to create two variables out of the two values inside of the array. So I can say the first element in the array, let's put it in a variable called minutes. And the second element in the array, let's put it in a variable called seconds. And then that's going to give us two variables, minutes, which is 01, and seconds, which is 30. And then now I need to convert them and add them together. So I need to say seconds plus 60 times minutes. Now, you'll notice that by default, it says 3060 instead of 90, and that's because right now seconds is a string. And so we need to convert that to a number before we can add it so that it doesn't do string concatenation, it actually does number addition. So what I did was, in JavaScript, if you just put a plus sign in front of a string, it will coerce it into a number, because it's like adding 0, basically, I think, sort of. something like that. So that converts it to a number, and then we can add this over here. And in JavaScript, if you try to multiply a number times a string, it converts the string to a number automatically. So that's why we get that total there. JavaScript is beautiful. I agree. If you know how it works, it's beautiful. So that's what's happening here. Convert seconds to a number, and then add it to the minutes times 60. So let's see how they did it in Python. Yeah, and so in this case, you just explicitly have to cast it or convert it to an integer. So Python, I think this is actually multiple return values. So in JavaScript, we can destructure from an array. Oh, shall I? Okay, it's not adding 0. You're right. It's the unary plus. I'm sorry. Right? That's what it is, right? Wait. Could the time in milliseconds dividing by 1,000 have worked? If they provided it in milliseconds and we needed to convert it to seconds, then yes, you would have multiplied by 1,000. Or yeah, but you would have had to have done that conversion for sure. And thanks for the follow, Waylor. JavaScript is weird. That was simplistic beauty. Oh, thank you, Elon. I built this chat viewer. It integrates Twitch chat and YouTube chat. And thanks for the follow, Egg. In Python, it's also destructuring. Just don't need the brackets. Okay. Someone did it in Lua the other day, and in Lua, functions can have multiple return values. And the way you denote that is just with commas on the opposite side of the invocation. So I was wondering if this has multiple return values or if it's destructuring like in JavaScript. But ultimately, it's the similar solution. Convert it to an integer, the hours to an integer, multiply by 60, and convert the minutes to an integer and add that all together. Zendobri in 21, welcome. Any resources on mastering callbacks? I don't have any off the top of my head, but if you ask in the Discord, I can think about it, and I'll try to provide you some links in the Discord. JavaScript is weird. Try Haskell. I've been coding for about 15 years. All right, let's see what Terrazoid did. Very similar. So split it, destructure it, and then in JavaScript, there are multiple ways to convert things to a number. So if I have the string 01 and I want to convert that to a number, you can do what I did, which I think is the unary plus operator. I misspoke earlier saying like add 0, unary plus, so that converts it to a number. You can also just pass the string into the number constructor, and that gives you back a number. What else? I think you can actually say new number. And technically, you get an object version, but you can still use it as a number. Oh, here we go. Terrazoid is saying you could do the string value. And then, is this a bitwise operator? What's going on there? But yeah, in JavaScript, there are multiple ways to convert it to a string. Oh, sorry, to convert a string to a number. All right, let's see what Aditya did in Java. Cool. So Java has a split. Oh yeah, parseInt. Thank you, everyone. ParseInt is a global function you can use. You pass in anything, and it'll try to parse it. Technically, you could also use parsefloat, because in JavaScript, all numbers are floats. So even though it is an integer, in this case, there's no decimal, you can still use parsefloat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should get some Rust devs in here. If anybody knows Rust, you should try to do the next challenge in Rust. Oh, that's a good point, Alka. Multiply it by 1. So we showed that for the hours, we didn't have to convert it, because when you multiply a string times a number, JavaScript will coerce the string into a number for you. So if you multiply a string times 1, that will convert it to a number times multiplied by 1. Yeah, so, and they're mentioning this is the bitwise operator. And thanks for the follow, Kenneth. Thanks for the follow, Chafor. How to be a mod. Just hang out, answer questions, help out. Yeah, pretty much everyone that banana. Pretty much everyone that's a mod has just been hanging out on the coding garden for a long time. Wow, man. Okay, so let's see how they did it in Java. In Java, strings have a built-in function called split that will return an array of strings. We then need to explicitly turn that string into a number. So we're using integer.parseInt to convert the minutes and the seconds, and then we multiply them all together. Very cool. Oh, thank you, Sean. Yeah, and so JavaScript is similar. There's that split function on strings as well. All right, let's see how Brandon did it. Oh, is that little baby Dom? I don't know if that's the same Brandon. Oh, there we go. We're using the unary plus all over the place. So split it on a colon. That's Dom. Nice. Look at this is little baby Dom. Her initials are DOM. Her name isn't Dom, but her initials are Dom, like the JavaScript Dom. Okay. Yeah, so it's very similar to what we did, but you technically don't need this plus sign right here. So because this is going to be a number anyways, you technically could have left that off, and you really only need the plus sign in front of the seconds to convert it to an integer. But very cool. Java is very verbose. Dylan Olivia Myers. Nice. Oh, she's almost 4 months, starting JavaScript next week. Yeah, and so MP is asking the question, like, what if this duration string had hours in it? We would have had to have some conditional logic. So I would most likely split it first on a colon, check to see how many of them there are. If there are 3, then we know we have hours. If there are 2, then we know we have minutes. And then you do the conversion accordingly. But yeah, you would have some conditional logic to check and see if there are hours in it. Document.get element by child. Yeah. Try COBOL, yeah. And thanks for the follow, SimSim. All right, Laugh is my new name, did it in Python. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so this is cool. So this is syntax for taking a certain number of characters from a string. Duration is the string with the minutes and the seconds inside of it. And then in Python, you can pass in the range of characters that you want. So this says, give me the characters in the string from index 0 up to, but not including index 2. And so that will give you the minutes, the 2 digits that are minutes, convert that to an integer, multiply by 60. And then very similar to what we did earlier is we're returning, or we're passing in -2, which gets the last 2 values inside of the string, and then converting that to an integer. You can also set each index. Yeah, this would be really fun to like try and do it in a new language, for sure. All right, let's see what Nika did. Very similar. So they called the split function twice, which is totally fine. Call it once, grab the first one, call it another time, grab the second one. Technically, you could put the split into a variable, and so that way you don't have to split it twice. But then, very similar thing: convert seconds to a number, and then add. Do it in C#, maybe. Let's see what Jacob did. Very similar, yeah. But instead of that plus sign, they're using the parseInt. Kenneth, if you click share code, we can take a look at what you did. All right, let's see what Jan did. Wait, what? Okay, so Jan scored a 0%, which means they didn't get it right, but we're looking at their code. Linus, in a second, I'll create a link, and then I'll share that link, and you can join at that link. Oh, okay. But yeah, let's see what I think we need to run this code. Jan has a secret message for us. Never gonna give you up. I had a feeling. Never gonna let you down. Yeah, Rickroll time for sure. All right, let's see what Kenneth did. Yep, very similar. Convert it. And let's see what Impy did. S plus 60 times M. I give up. Oh, it was the string conversion. I think that's what got you, Impy. Is the fact that this is a string, and then we're adding it to that, which keeps it a string. So this needs to be converted to an integer or a number. All right, let's do another one. 96. Oh, look at that. Fluke and Alka both got a 96.45 on the leaderboard. Great work. Yeah, that's like when you shoot the arrow into the target and then someone else shoots the arrow right into your arrow on the target. So for everyone that is new to this, if you go to codinggame.com, you can sign up and you'll be eligible to participate in this in the in the next one that we do. And I'll give you 2 minutes to sign up. Well, that's just the link to sign up. Yeah, and if you use GitHub sign in, you can sign in quickly. In a second, I'm going to provide the actual link. Use SAS for solving coding problems? You could, sort of. When you pass an array into useEffect as a hook argument, how does it check if it's different from the previous one? Does it check the contents of the array or the address and memory of the array? It looks at the items in the array. So basically what it will do is the first time that useEffect is run, it creates an array with those values inside of it. So you have this array in memory with those values. And then the second time it gets called, it creates a new array with those values inside of it, but then it does a comparison check of each value inside of the array. So are the first two the same? If they are, we don't need to update. Are the second two the same? If they are, we don't need to update. So it's technically comparing each of those values in memory inside of the array. But it's technically a new array every time. And thanks for the follow, Yatko. At least that's my understanding. And that's a good way to think about it, because that useEffect function will only rerun if one of the values inside of the array changes. It doesn't matter which one, but if one of them changes, it has to rerun. So under the hood, there has to be a way of comparing the old values in the array to the new values in the array. Yeah. The goal varies by code challenge. So when we start the code challenge, you're going to want to look at that very first pop-up, and it's going to say if it's shortest mode, meaning you want the least number of bytes, if it's the fastest mode, meaning you want to be the first one to complete it, or if it's reverse mode, meaning they give you the inputs and the outputs, and you have to figure out what code you need to write to make that happen. But it varies for each challenge. What books would I recommend to study for beginners? Any beginners in the chat, feel free to suggest books. I do like You Don't Know JS. You can actually read it for free on GitHub. JavaScript for Cats is a book that you do have to buy. No. JavaScript for Kids is a book that you have to buy, but it's really good for beginners. You don't have to be a kid. And there is JavaScript for Cats, which might actually be pretty good too. Yeah, and in the smallest mode, comments count towards bytes for sure. You Don't Know JS. Code bottle. Okay, here we go. I'm creating the link. And so now I'm going to share this link, and the first 11 people to join will get to participate. If you have already participated, wait 10 seconds so other people will have a chance to participate. I don't think Linus made it in. I'm sorry, Linus. Next time. All right, so this one is shortest mode. So you have 15 minutes total, but the smallest number of bytes wins the challenge. Next time, yeah. You'll be given a positive integer in, print the factorial of n. Ooh, so we get to do factorial. So factorial is the number times every number lower than it. So that's fun. Let's go ahead and solve factorial. So we need a for loop. Yeah, you can use any language. So you can click this drop down. They have C#, C++, Java, Python, Bash, C, Clojure. They have a ton. They have a ton of languages. I'm going to use JavaScript. A lot of the challenges on Coding Game are difficult. It's weird that you can't choose your skill level, like in these clashing games, which is weird. But yeah, okay. But we need to compute the factorial. And this is, Python has a built-in factorial function? What? All right, but in JavaScript, we'll do it by hand. And remember, you want the shortest amount of code. So if you look in the bottom right, that tells you your code size. And comments count towards code size. So you want to make sure to remove comments, make it as short as possible. So we need a for loop that goes from I equals 0 all the way up to n. I++. And then we need a, I guess we need a total. And really, I should go from 1 up to and including, no, 1 up to in. And, oh, actually, we can just store it back in. Let's put this as a let. Because we can say, in times equals I. And that should give us the factorial, because that's going to multiply it times every number between 1 and in. Wait, why is it taking so long? Timed out? What did I do? I'm using in the for loop. Oh! Okay, I need the original in. Okay, I didn't want to create like a total variable. And then we'll go up to and including in. That's what I need. Because otherwise, I've created an infinite loop. I created a for loop that just kept going up and up and up and up and up. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to try and do it with a single variable. Okay, so this is 113 bytes. We can do better. We can definitely do better. Yeah, my in was increasing. Do you use a while loop? Potentially less characters. Let's see. So this is 113 characters, but if we say while I is less than or equal to in, and we're gonna initialize I to be 1, and then we'll say total times equals I, and we'll say I plus plus. This is technically more characters. I know I don't need let. I'm gonna make it a whole lot smaller pretty soon. I just want to get it going. But yeah, that's 118 characters, and this is 113 characters. So we'll use the for loop. We could also do this with a reduce. Let's see if that will do anything. So we create an array with a length of in. And then we get our callback function with each indice. And we want to return... Actually, I can do this, array of length n, and then reduce that, because we're going to get each indice inside the reduce anyways. So we're going to get the total, and we're going to get each index, and we want total times equal the index. And total starts off at 1. What did I do wrong? Found nan. Oh, sorry, because that's the value. And we want to use the index. So this is technically 100 characters. What am I getting? 0, expected 24. Oh, I plus 1. Like that. Because the indice is 0. Yeah, index 0 is included. What now? Expected 1. No, found 1, expected 24. I guess, do I need to pass a... do I need to pass the function here? No equal sign? Oh. Well, no. How can I do this? We gotta do this with a reduce, right? 9 minutes. I'm just gonna log that and see what we get. Oh! Array.from. There we go. I missed the dot from. Okay, so this is 111 characters. I think we can make it smaller though. Because, yeah, now we're going to go through the process of making this smaller. So the length is equal to readline. We'll do reduce, like that. Get rid of all these spaces. That gives us 81 characters. That still works. Alka beat Python with JavaScript. Nice, 45 characters, cool. And then we can rename these variables to like t and t. Yeah, so the real Python, I think the main difference is array.from will always give you back an array with values inside of it. Whereas if you create if you do array and pass in the length, initially everything's undefined and it isn't iterable, meaning you can't call like map or reduce on it for some reason. But if you do array.from, then it will become an array of undefined values. Or array.from also accepts a callback function, which can be used to create the initial value of each thing inside of the array. So I think that's the main difference. Oh, remove the times equals. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I didn't know what you were meaning. And then at that point, we don't need... no, I think we do, because we need, now that we're doing that, we need I plus 1 times t instead of t times I plus 1. Can I use print instead of console log? Is that built in? I don't think so. Oh, I can. Wow. Does print exist in, like, the web browser? Oh, and I can remove the semicolon, too. T times I plus t? Okay. Oh no, this will actually run. This will try to print it. But I guess in Node it has that, so that's cool. So we're at 66 characters. That brings us down to 65. People are mentioning I can do lemao. T times I plus t? Is that the same thing? Oh yeah, because we'll just okay. It's like simplifying the algebraic equation, right? You multiply t times both things inside the parentheses, and that technically removed one character. We're at 63 now, and thank you for that, roaming. Yeah, coding game added it, so that's cool. That's good to know. I didn't know that. Like I've been using console log before. All right, so I'm at 63. Alka did 45 characters. I'm guessing it's a recursive function. Math time. All right, we have... How long do we have? We have 5 minutes. I'm going to try to do this as a recursive function. Where are we? All right, that's our current solution. Don't use print. You're going to beat me. All right, we have, and thank you for the follow, G-Light. We have 4 minutes to do it recursively. So how does recursive function work? So we have a const Fibonacci function that takes in, and we want to return in times Fibonacci of n minus 1. Right? And then if we just print f of readline, and then we need our base case. So if n is equal to 0, then we return 1. Otherwise, we return that. Nice. Okay, this is gonna do it. We're gonna beat Alka. All right, now we got to remove all the spaces. That, and then we pass that into print. Oh, how are we gonna do this though? I guess I could do that, and then use let instead of const. How many characters is that? 47. Alka did it in 45. Ah! Oh, I don't even need let. There we go. 43. Yeah. Oh, we get even smaller. So if in is not a thing. Thank you. I'm getting help from the chat. This doesn't count. But 41. I think we're gonna do it with 41, and we beat Python. And then which parentheses are not necessary? This is a function invocation, so those parentheses are necessary. These ones aren't. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. 39. I'm just gonna submit that. All right, is it running my code? I'm at the top. 39 characters. Yeah, I mean, we collectively work together to get that. I take 10% credit. A self-calling function? I was trying to think, but it because it's recursive, it has to have a definition so that it can call itself. I'm not sure how we do that. Yeah, we can go further. Require solution, yeah. All right, I'm pretty proud of that. Great work, everyone. Thanks for participating. That was fun. Okay, let's see how Alka did it. Very similar, except he had to use console log. Oh, you could have removed that semicolon. You could have gotten one less. If in is a thing that, yeah, so instead of not in, I think technically if I would have done this, it would have been one character less. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So all of those other languages with includes and namespaces, you have to have those, so it makes your problem a lot longer. Cool, but great work, Alka. Alka is basically like, I knew that if if my solution, which was using like array from and reduce, was that number of characters, Alka had to have been doing something different, which is the recursive function call, which is actually like way simpler to think about than even this reduce. That reduce is weird. All right, happenance did it in Python, and Python has a built-in factorial function, so that's cool. Nice, great work. Lipa also did it in Python. Similarly, they did the factorial. Now, I don't know if you know this, but you can use semicolons in Python. So Python I always think of as a white space language, but you'll notice that they actually put a semicolon there so that they can put it all on one line, which is pretty interesting. Not a lot of people do that, but it is a thing that you can do. Python be like import solution. And excuse me, Reeker, if you click share code, we can take a look. It's probably good to have a scripting language under your belt. Yeah. Which design pattern is the best in JavaScript? I don't know if there's the design patterns are things that you use in certain situations. So when you're trying to solve certain problems, you might reach for a certain design pattern. So there's not like one best one. It really depends on the problem that you're trying to solve. A living compiler. Yeah, true. So, and because you had to do the new line, it's the same thing as the semicolon character, right? Hello, Amanda. ... NPMI solution. Am I ever frustrated when stuck coding? Yeah. How do I handle it? I shout obscenities at the top of my lungs. But I'm working at home, so nobody can hear me. Yes, I definitely get frustrated. But part of programming is being persistent. So even if I get frustrated, I try to calm myself down, collect my thoughts, and then try to reapproach the problem and actually solve the thing. But yeah, I am not perfect. I get mad. I make mistakes. Would that work? Or do I need to explicitly... You have to explicitly log to the console. In these challenges, you have to either call print or console.log. Hello, Nahal. Welcome. Hello, Admiral. Yarn Global, add solution. Yeah. When it is acceptable to not write let in variable declaration, if you're not in strict mode. Now, specifically for this challenge, we were trying to write it with the smallest number of characters. So we're not in strict mode, meaning we don't have to have var let or const in front of the variables. But in strict mode, the JavaScript engine will throw an error. I don't know if I can do this in the console, but let's see. Because I could say answer equals 42. JavaScript's fine. But let's refresh. And if I turn on strict mode, and I say answer equals 42, it still works. So we need to actually be inside of a JavaScript file. Snippets? New snippet. Test strict mode.js. Answer equals 42. All right, I'm going to save this and then try to run it. Run. If we look in the console, this isn't a good example. When you're actually writing code that you're bringing in, that will prevent you from... It will throw an error if you don't have letter const in front of the variable. What is that circuit? The thing on the right is our 8-bit LEDs. So you can do exclamation mark LED followed by 8 zeros or 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that will turn on the corresponding lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, or somebody else did it. Somebody turned them all on. And then the thing on the left is the Connect 4 game. And right now it's Twitch versus YouTube. So the red dots are YouTube and the blue dots are Twitch. Let's see whose turn it is. Connect 4 move from Twitch. Yeah, so it's YouTube's turn. So YouTube, I'm going to help you out, and we're going to go in column 4. 0. Oh, no, YouTube already went. That's a good play. Create yourself some options. And if Twitch does not make a move right now, a particular Connect 4 move, YouTube can win this game very easily. Yeah. All right. If nobody else does it, I'm going to do it. So I'm pretty sure if we go in the last column there. Yeah, so if we go in the last column, now we have 2 ways of winning. Twitch, you can't beat us. You can't beat YouTube. Cool. And this is just sitting on my desk here. I coded this a while back. Books on Laravel. Not quite sure. Use strict? Did I do it wrong? There we go. You can't beat us. Go in column... It's 0 indexed. I forgot to mention. It's 0 indexed, so you need to put it in column 3. Did YouTube put it in column 3? There we go. Kobe's got it. Kobe for the win. I guess... Didn't I do use strict? Oh yeah, this was wrong. that was not right. You're right. But over here, I did say use strict, and it technically didn't work. I don't know. Thanks for the follow, Game Maneezer. Solution to every problem. Import TensorFlow. Is there something smaller than system.out.println? I always hated writing that when I took a class. I don't know if there is. The heaviest thing on Earth is node modules. It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's 0 index. You could have won. Yeah, you probably could have won directly, but I like the Connect 4 plays that set you up for the future, where you could win no matter what. Hello, ATN. Welcome. Genetic algorithms? Semicolon? Hello. You can do a static import in Java and then just do println. Oh, right. Yeah, so in Java, let's see, did anybody solve it with Java? Nobody solved it with Java. But if you do import, like Java, I guess something dot star that brings everything in that namespace, and so you don't have to qualify it with like system.out. Doesn't work in Firefox either. Okay. Why win now when I can win later? Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, let's take a look at Reeker. Very cool. We're just doing a basic for loop, putting it on smallest number of lines as possible. Very good. You can use Markdown. Yeah, it is sanitized. Well, welcome, Yakko. All right, let's see what Jan did. They created the function. We're in CodeGoff mode. So in CodeGoff mode, always use double equals instead of triple equals because it's one less character. I think also technically you don't need the parseInt. And thanks for the follow, Super J. Campbell. There we go. The classic for loop. I can see that track. I can see it very well. All right, Win32 Day did it in C++. Let's see what they got. Oh, trying to put it on as few lines as possible. That's awesome. So using the standard namespace, and it looks like, I guess, include statements don't have semicolons on them, so they do have to be on their own line. But then we're defining our Fibonacci function. So if n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 0, return 1. Otherwise, return n times Fibonacci time of n minus 1. Very cool. It's cool to see C++ written this condensed, because normally it looks very fairly verbose. That's cool. Oh, use strict with the semicolon. All right, let's do it. So that person that asked that question earlier, this is what I'm talking about. So let's do this. We have this code. It has use strict at the top, and now we're trying to create a variable called answer and put 42 inside of it. If I try to run this code, watch what happens. Run. It still works. Dang it, Alka. Oh, are you using Firefox, Alka? Let's refresh the page. Run. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is the error I wanted to see. I needed to refresh. Factorial. Yeah, not Fibonacci. Sorry, I misspoke. We're working on factorial here, not Fibonacci. It's factorial. Yes. Instead of checking 1 or 0, can you start the loop at 2? Well, the way we coded it is you're going from the number itself down to 1. You might have to code it slightly different to go from 1 or 2 all the way up to the number. And the base case then would be, is the number, the current value equal to n itself? Oh, nice. I'll give you a second to join in on the next one, Kampa. You can try and do it in Rust. Use TypeScript. Yeah, so I'm about to explain use strict. So there are a lot of other rules that are introduced whenever you put this at the top of a JavaScript file, but one of them is that you cannot leave off var, let, or const in front of a variable. So if you try to just define a variable without var, let, or const, and you're inside of strict mode, JavaScript will throw an error. Answer is not defined. And so in this case, you have to put var here, or you have to put let, or you have to put const. And then JavaScript will no longer throw an error. So if we run this now, it works without throwing an error. So the only time you can leave that off is if you're not in strict mode. And most of the time, like if you're using a front-end framework, you're already in strict mode without really even knowing it. I'm going to try to stream almost every morning this week, and probably tomorrow we'll work on the inventory app. Send it to you. I don't know if they're the best way to send it to you. Here, I'll do this. Anybody that's on the Discord, in the live chat channel, I'm going to share it there first, because that will have the least delay of anything. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Go to the Discord, go to the live chat channel. That's where I'm going to share it first. And I will say, if you've already participated, please wait 10 seconds before clicking join so you can give other people a chance. Oh yeah, and let's finish looking at these while people are doing that. Oh, Sam did it in PHP. Cool. Let's check it out. 10 seconds is too much. 5 seconds. Wait 5 seconds. Cool. Yeah, it's the basic for loop. So f, I'm guessing, is your sum total, and you have a for loop that goes from 1 up to n, and then you're just accumulating f. Very cool. Did it in PHP. Jacob did it in JavaScript. With so this was shortest mode, so they didn't condense their code, but it is a lot more readable than all of our code. I will say that. Let's see. Garlord did it in Python. Ooh, Lambda. List comprehension. Reduce. I the less activity in Discord, the better, honestly. I don't know. This is really cool, though. So for every I value in the range of n, from 0 to n, we're taking in x and y, and we're multiplying x times y. Wow. Let's take a quick break. Into 0, decrement by 1. Okay, that's good to know. So it's going down into 0, -1 every time. We're getting that integer. And then we're yerba mate. And then we're passing that into this. Well, this is the reduce lambda, which takes, I guess, the previous value and the next value and multiplies it. Okay. Okay. This is like a reversed reduce in JavaScript, because in JavaScript you would like create an array and then you pass a function that gets called on every element in the array. And I guess that's kind of what's happening here. This function gets called on every element in the list, and the x value is the return value of the previous call to this function. Very interesting. And thanks for the follow, SG Mortia. If you do ! break, you can get a link to my timer. Please play 2 more. Yeah, we'll do at least 2 more. All right. Anything extra here? The factorial function. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Sending it on Discord, and we'll send it on YouTube, and we'll send it on Twitch. Hey, Linus made it. Welcome, everyone. All right, we're getting started. That was fast. That was really fast. I blame my internet. I think you made it in. All right, so this is fastest mode. The first one to complete the problem gets the most points. It doesn't matter how long it is or how bad the code is. The first person to do it wins. So let's do it. Given a string, you must output the average ASCII value of that string. Okay, let's do it. I don't even got to look at the examples. We just say s.split. So we're going to take that string, split it into an array of characters, and then we're going to reduce that. That gives us the total, or like the average. Now let's do the total. We get the total, and then we'll get the current letter itself. And we want our reduce to start at 0, because we're just going to add everything up. And we're just going to say total plus letter dot charcode at 0. And so that should give us the sum total of everything, and then we want to divide that by the total number of letters. So we can say letters that, and then we're going to divide that by letters dot length. Ooh, okay, I got this one wrong. Found 99.3, expected nothing. All right, let's look at more of the problem description. Oh, rounded down. I missed that. You got to round it down. Oh, Levi got it in PHP. So we need to say math.floor of this whole thing. There we go. All right. Now everyone has time to submit, and I'll break down how because I solved that really fast. So I realize for some people you may have no idea what I just did. We're gonna break it down. All right, let's see how Levi did it in PHP. Wow, this is very readable code. Great work. So grab the string from the input, and then we have this average value function. So they did very similar to what we did. We start the sum at 0. We go from 0 all the way up to the length of the string, and then this ordinance function is built in. Or not, it's probably not ordinance. ORD is built into PHP, and that will give you the character code of a given character. And so that's what's happening here. Is it ordinance? Ord. Convert the first byte of a string to a value between 0 and 255. But what's it stand for? Like, why is it called ord? That's what I want to know. I get what it does, but why is it called ord? And thanks for the follow, Genesis. But yeah, so this will take that character and convert it into a character code. Hello, Codezilla. Hello, Retcher. Order? Maybe, yeah, the order of the letter. Oh, Python has a mean function? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And hello, Boo7 from France. I think it's order. Ordinal? That's what I thought. But, okay, so we just sum up the character values of everything and then multiply it by the number, and we get the average character value. And thanks for the follow, Derman Sultan. Ord? Yeah, I don't know. This is PHP. We were just looking at PHP. That's why it's, like, weird code. And for those of you who have no idea what a character code is, let's look up the ASCII character code. Yeah, the ASCII character code chart. Here. So every letter in ASCII has a corresponding decimal code. So capital A maps to 65, capital B maps to 66. Lowercase letters map to different numbers, but lowercase a maps to 97. So every single character maps back to a decimal number, and basically what we had to do was find the decimal number value of every character according to the ASCII table, and then sum them all up and divide by the number of them to give us the average. So that's basically what all this code is going to be doing. And so let's see what Arula did it in Python. Oh, they wrote their own average function instead of using the built-in mean. An abbreviation for ordinal. Ordinal numbers are counting numbers. I think it's ordinal. That sounds good. My video started filling your recommended. I'm a total noob, but this format seems super interesting. Awesome. Well, welcome, Derman. Hopefully you can learn some things. Don't be mean to PHP. It has feelings too. Yeah, I agree. Okay. I would agree. I think ordinal is the first thing that I said. I'm still too slow. Ordinal? After you submit the winning code, what happens? We're just ranked. So Levi is at the top because they did it in the shortest amount of time. I'm actually extremely impressed. Like, this code looks great, and they did it in 1 minute and 26 seconds. Great work, Levi. And then Python, they did something very similar. So yeah, and in Python, the function is called ORD as well. JavaScript's weird. In JavaScript, well, I guess it's a little more explanatory of what it does, but in JavaScript, we use char code at and pass in the indice and the string, and that gives us the character code. But in Python and in PHP, it's ord, which is interesting. But yeah, then you take the sum and divide it by the length of the string. Very good. We saw my solution, which is basically, it's very close to being a code golf. But I'm using reduce. So let me break this down, because it's weird. Ordinal? Ordinal. In computer programming, an ordinal data type is a data type with the property that its values can be counted. Okay. What's the leaderboard thing? Why am I in there? This is the drop game. So you see one line of me just dropped. If you land in the center here, you'll get your name on the leaderboard. I get cupcakes if you win. Oh, you get cupcakes if you win. No, you don't. Do I prefer HTML or... I can't see it. Yeah, you landed very close to the middle. Oh, code point at will give you Unicode values? Let's see. Cool. So I think that's extended to just beyond ASCII. Yeah, not all the questions are clear. Okay, so let's break down how I solved it. And I'm going to try to write it on more than just one line. Put this here. Let's take our reduce function and put that here. And then we'll take our sum and put that here. And then we want the rounded value like that. So this is my code a little bit more broken down so you can see what's actually happening. Okay. So we have our input string, which can be any string. We then split that string into an array of characters. So this is going to give back, and actually let's start out Quokka. So if we log letters here, this is an array where each value in the array is a character. And then we're using this reduce function. So reduce allows you to take an array of values and turn it into a single value. So when you're adding up all of the values inside of an array, that's a good use case for reduce. So basically what we're saying is our sum is going to start off at 0. And this function is going to get called for every value that's inside of the letters array. So if you remember, letters is now an array of all the letters that were in this string apple. And so each time this function gets called, it's going to be each letter in the array. So if we log letter, we should see A, then P, then L, then E. So this function will get called every time. And every time, total is going to be the previous return value. So if we log total, we can see how this thing starts to add up. So on the first invocation, total is 0 because we told it to start at 0. The next invocation is the previous return value. So we say total, which is 0, and we're going to add the character code that is A. And the character code for A is 97, so 97 plus 0 is 97. Then we invoke the function again, but we pass in 97 for total, and we pass in the letter, which is going to be P. In this case, the letter is P. We get its character code and add that to 97, and then that return value is passed in here. So that's how our reduce works, but basically this code here is finding the character code point for every character inside of the string, creating a sum, and then we are taking that sum and dividing it by the total number of letters, which gives us the average, and then we're using math.floor to drop the decimal, and we have the rounded value. The theme is just black. If you do !theme, you can get a link to it. And the extension I'm using is called Quokka. Yeah, you spelled it right. Quokka. So this one line of code here is doing what I just explained. All right, let's look at others. Let's see what Noah did. Did I look at? Oh yeah, I looked at the Python one. Oh, we did it in Rust. Woohoo! Check it. Wow. Okay, so we're creating a macro rule to parse the input. Crazy. Oh, I see. So maybe this is pre-generated in your solution. So create a string, read it in and unwrap it, trim the end of it and send it to a string. Okay, so then we're going to do the summing. We're starting the sum total at 0. We grab the length of the string as an I32. I guess that's an int 32. And this is a way of casting the value, but I guess why wouldn't len just return the value as an int 32? Quokka. I could see that. Quokka. Okay, but weird, but basically we're getting the length of the string, and then for each character, we're casting that character to an int 32. It returns use. Oh, okay. So that's the size in memory. That makes sense, I guess. Is that right? Use size. So like the size in memory, but we want the number of ints. The size in as an integer. I don't know. And then this is the way of getting the code point. So in JavaScript, we say charcode at or code point at. In PHP and Python, we say ORD. But in Rust, we can just cast it to an integer, and it's going to take that character and give us back the ASCII code. So we sum it up, we divide by the total, and then we have it. And because we're using integers, we don't have to round anything. This division right here automatically will drop the... I believe, let me know if I'm right, Compa, but this division will drop the remainder because we're using integers, so we don't have to cast anything or round it down. Yeah, let's take a quick stretch, and then we're gonna do one more. I'll look at the rest of the solutions really quick, and then we'll do one more. But yeah, Rust is very interesting. I know it has some interesting ideas around like memory management, like built into the language. Oh, I see. I did it to be sure anyway. Yeah, so I see. Right here is actually technically converting it to an integer, which would drop any decimal. Okay. But Rust is a low-level language. A modern replacement for C, some people have said. Yeah. Okay. Noah did it in... Wait, did I just look at... Yeah, I just looked at that one. Never mind. Garlord did it in Python. Oh, man. So I'm curious. Everybody that did it in Python, nobody used the mean function, which is built in. Aukas is animated. That's awesome. Look at it. That's so cool. Cool. But yeah, so they're using sum, I guess, which is built into Python for summing an array. Wow, that's very cool, Alka. And then we're using, I guess, a list comprehension. Oh, no. This creates a list of all of the ordinance values, or the ASCII codes for every value inside of the string. And then we're going to sum all of those ASCII codes up and divide by the length. Does divide, does that remove the decimal place? Why do we have two divide signs here? Any Python people know? And use size based is changed on OS. Interesting. In JavaScript, you can use // to drop the decimals. I didn't know that. And thanks for the follow, Imad. That's also really cool. One line of me. // is floor division in Python. Okay, so that automatically drops the decimal. Ah, I'm hearing you can do that in JavaScript too. / for floor division. Let's see. Whoa! No, that didn't work. The / gives you a I was like, what? It's a comment. It's a comment. Okay, let's okay, if we did that. No, it's still just a comment. It's still just a comment. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see what Infi did. We just did a for each. We created an array of all of the character codes, and then we did another for each to add them all up, and then we divide them. Very cool. You probably could have done this in a single for each. Instead of putting it into an array, you could have immediately added the character code, but still looks good. Can we set React with hot reloading, which also persists the Redux state? It would require some configuration. Cool. I saw somebody just said that that they posted a Python solution with mean. Let's look at Kobe's. Yeah, basic for loop, add up every character code point, and divide by the length. Nice. Roaming did it in JavaScript, very similar. Solemn did it in Python, and they did not use the mean function, but they added up the sum of all the character codes and then did floor division. Coding Pasta did JavaScript, and they did a reduce just like I did. Very cool. Johnny did it in Ruby. Look at that. Ord is built into characters in Ruby. You can just say .ord to get the character code. So we sum them all up and then divide by the length. And I guess by default, this drops the decimal. That's very interesting. And then Linus did it with JavaScript. A for loop to add up all the code points. They don't have Perl? Ah, okay, we're going to do one more and then I have to go. This has got to be a quick one. So if you want to join, make sure you're in the live chat channel on the Discord. I'm going to send it on YouTube and Twitch as well, but the first 11 people to click the link get to join, so you got to be fast. You got to be fast. Do it in C#. I don't have that kind of time. I have a meeting very soon. If you're faster than me sending this message, you could just type the URL you see in the bar there, but there's that. And then YouTube gets it. Oh no. Oh no. It's too late. There we go, YouTube. And then there you go, Twitch. All right, it's starting. All right, this is reverse mode. So you're given the inputs and the expected output, and you have to figure out what code to write based on that. Wow. Okay, this is weird. So we're given this, and we have to output this. We're going from strings to numbers, so I'm guessing it's doing something with the code points. That's super interesting that it's very similar to the one that we just solved. But if I say this, and then we reduce it, what is the sum? The sum is 959. Yeah, so this is really all we need. This is literally all we need to do. Is we're summing up all the character codes of everything on the left-hand side. So is it cheating that I already have the answer ready to go? I mean, I coded it. Is it cheating? I mean, I literally just coded that like 2 seconds ago. But that's why that one was difficult, because we were given strings and numbers. We had to figure out what we needed to do. But basically, we're summing all the code points inside of the string. And I cheated because we literally just solved the problem we solved before was not exactly the same. So I did have to modify the code slightly. Yeah, and Champa is saying 1 second off. They did it in Rust again. It's very similar. You just had to change your code. So sum it all up and then log it instead of getting the average. See what Alka did. Yeah, there we go. There's that. Read it in, split it, reduce it, sum it, bop it, spin it, twist it, turn it. All right, what did Imphy do? Very similar solution to last time. So get all of the character codes and then iterate over all of them to sum them up. Very good. Let's see what Linus did. Wait. Yeah, you did get 100%. This time with the for of. Yeah, so last time I think Linus mentioned they tried to do a for in loop to get each value in the array, but that was just giving the indices instead of the actual characters inside of the array. But yeah, we have the sum. We're adding up the character code of each one and then logging that. Cool. Yeah, I'll give you a link to the extension. It's called Quaka.js. It's pretty slick. They have a free version and a paid version. Fast, ugly code. Yeah, your indentation was a little off, but that's okay. Close the tab before I clicked share code. Did the same thing as Linus. Oh, you already closed it. Okay. Yeah, so they did a for of loop like Linus. That's good. All right, let's see what Arulog did in Python. Ooh. So I guess this is a list comprehension because we're calling ordinance on each value, each character inside of the input. And then we're passing that list into the sum function, which sums it all together. Python's cool. I like Python. We need a Quokka command. You're right. What is this for? Oh, SQL Server. This is a SQL Server plugin. You can connect to what do you call it? Microsoft SQL Server thingies with it, or maybe it's all SQL servers. I don't really know. I installed it for like a project I was working on. Can you do one more? This was so fast. Yeah, we'll do one more, but I do have to go very soon. Like, here's what I'm not gonna send it on Discord. I'm gonna send it on YouTube and then wait 10 seconds because there's a lot of people on YouTube that don't get to play. So here we go. Go here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. We got to be nice to YouTube because they are delayed. And let's see. Hopefully this isn't like a super difficult one. Here we go. Thanks for the follow, Zante. Okay, this is fastest mode. First one to complete it wins. I want to read a message from his boyfriend, but there are many numbers. Help Hamza read his name. Given the string S, print the name without numbers. Ah, okay. So we just want to log s.split. Just split it into an array. Here's what I'm thinking. Split it into an array and then map it. Oh, sorry. And then filter it. That's going to give us each character. And we want to match that character against a regular expression that looks for not numbers. So 0 through 9. 0 or more 0 through 9s. What's the not in regex? Does that work? And then join it all together? Okay, not a digit. Yeah, it's regex is confusing because the hat can also mean the beginning of a string. I need the brackets. Oh, so hat only works inside the brackets. I see. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Here we go. We'll submit that. So, basically, we split the string of all the characters into an array. We then filtered over that array to only find the characters which were not numbers, and then we joined that array back together. So that's how I did it with JavaScript. Let's see how Euclidean did it in Lua. So read in the string. For every character that matches %d, I would think that means digit. Write the digit. So this looks like it's only writing the digits, but I think yeah, replace probably would have been way better, huh? Somebody should do it with replace. But I think this is like a not match or something like that. What is this doing? Yeah, replace would have done it. You could have used the same regular expression, but with replace instead of like filter and join and all that good stuff. Okay, %d is digit. %D is the complements of digit. So anything that's not a digit. That's good to know. It's a nice solution in Lua. I like that. Let's see what Rybin did. They use Java. So bring it in and then replace all. So this is built into strings in Java, and you can pass in a regular expression, and any match it will replace with the empty string. That's probably how I should have done it. Let's see how Imphy did it. Split it into a string, filter it, give me any value that is not nan. So that's how you do it without a regular expression, is anything that is not nan, it's basically, if it's not nan, then it's a character or or something like that, and then we can use it, join it back all together. And this is interesting to denote spaces. They put a capital S in there. That probably only works for this solution, because in other scenarios, there could be capital S's in the input, so we wouldn't want to do that. I would probably have my filter look for either, if it's a space, keep it, or if it's not nan, don't keep it. Something like that. What is that circuits on my head? It's the LEDs and the Connect 4 game. If you go to Twitch, go to twitch.tv/codinggarden. There's a description of the commands that you can run for that. And thanks for the follow, Essek. Turn it into array, filter it, x is greater than 9. Yeah? That would work. Yeah, so replace it with a regular expression. Lua's patterns are close enough to regex except when you really need it. That's interesting. So those patterns are actually part of the Lua language rather than it being a regular expression. That's interesting. All right, we'll look at a few more solutions and then I have to go. Let's see if there's anything else. If it ain't broke, it's a valid solution. Right. But like I said, it only works for these specific use cases. Did we look at GG easy? If it's if character.isDigit is false, append it to the output string. I love it. Let's see what they did here. We're going to join every... I can just look at this and say, like, every character that is not a digit, join it together. That's what this does in Python, but it's a bit more complicated than that. So for C in S, so S is the input string. C is each character. If C is not a digit, give us back the character, and then join it all together. Huh. I can't, Kay. I've already done it. You're late. But here, I'll show you. If you do LED followed by 8 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it'll turn on the corresponding bit on the LEDs. Like that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the other thing is Connect 4. So you saw that Twitch just played. It's Twitch versus YouTube. So you can do !C4, and then YouTube should go in column 2. Oh, Kobe did it. Going in column 6. All right. Yeah, I have to go. This was so fun. We got to do this every week, multiple times a week. This was super fun. So if you're watching on YouTube, head over to Twitch and drop a follow if you have not followed, because pretty soon I'm only going to be streaming on Twitch. And on Twitch, you can look at chat interaction, and it explains what I just explained, 8-bit LED and Connect 4. So, YouTubers, come on over. We're going to do a good old-fashioned raid. A raid is when we pick another channel, and we bring all our viewers to that channel. So let's see who's on in Science and Technology. Fun Function is streaming, but we've raided them before. I do not have a raid call function yet. And thanks for the follow, Tickwick. Thanks for the follow, Fabian. Thanks for the follow, Mikhail. Did I look at yours, Linus? I think I looked at yours. Oh, no, I didn't. If the character is not nan, or the character is space. Yes, so this is very similar to what Imphy did, but using this comparison instead of like replacing it and then replacing it. Yeah. Good stuff. Twitch is where it's at. Pixel Logic Dive is on? Let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, and copy and paste that raid message. That's going to be... yeah, don't spam it here, but copy and paste what either Imphy or Linus just sent. That's going to be our raid message. Is Pixel Logic Dev live? I don't see him. Maybe they just went offline. And thanks for the follow, nothing. Windows 3.1.1, Windows 95. There's a lot of random stuff. I guess we'll raid Fun Function. I don't see anybody else doing code. Let's see if there's anybody on the live coders team. BeginBot, what are they working on? Turning Python, FFmpeg, and ImageMagick into randomly generated... What? Oh, Mr. Demon Wolf is live. Let's raid Mr. Demon Wolf. He's hung out in the chat before. All right, so yeah, if you're on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/codinggarden. And we can do a raid. If you take a look at that link, twitch.tv/team/livecoders, they have a link to their GitHub where you can open an issue to join the Livecoders team. I'm not on it yet, but I probably will join it pretty soon. Once I go to Twitch exclusive, you can join the Livecoders team. All right, we're gonna do a raid. Be nice, share the love, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. So, wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.